so here we are. I'm on a fresh account, nothing on here at all. I'm just gonna make a new character. Thinking I'm gonna go with a crowd control controller. Got my eyes on mind control alongside storm summoning. So for my costume, I don't have an idea. I'm gonna do some fiddling. Not a huge update, but I'm a fan of this so far. Thinking to go with some sort of mind control elemental. So after a bit of fiddling around and thinking, I think I'm gonna ditch this little arm here and go with a mirrored thing with both these shoulders. Alright, after a good amount of tweaking with it, I think I'm fine with this. Alright, so I think I need to change him to magic. Yeah, I think that fits. Alright, so I just finished up. I'm thinking of going with the name Neurosis as a hero, and the reason for this is Neurosis was defined as a poor ability to adapt to one's environment. So I figure someone that controls other people and the weather, it's kind of like the inverse of that. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Oh boy, here comes the fun of organizing everything. But before we get to that, we're going to claim all of our Paragon rewards since this is a freaking new account. For the purposes of this run, I'm going to be strictly allowing myself to only use anything that I can access on this account. So I can't go to the millions of other accounts I have and steal their resources to make me jacked. So since I have 12 reward tokens left, I'm just gonna go ahead and claim all of them. Alright, time to organize my entire power tray.
I ain't got no fat motherfucker. West side!
Alright, I went ahead and organized my power tray here. How I'm generally going to play this is 1 through 3 are any of my attacks, mostly. 4 is going to be any self-buffs that I may use, like build up, hasten, any of those. 5 is kind of miscellaneous, but I always put these two, Mystic Fortune and Secondary Mutation. 6 is any and all toggles. 7 is any form of pet summoning that might benefit me. 8 is any travel powers I'll pick up that I need in this area, including things like Pocket D-Pass, Ouroboros Portal. And 9 is just another miscellaneous tray. 5 and 9 are pretty similar. I'm going to look at my character items and go ahead and grab my freaking 60 super packs. And for those of you newbies that have no idea what these things are, long and short of it, they used to be a pay-to-win item back in the day, and now you can claim them for free. And they have a lot of good stuff, so. That's pretty good. We're getting a lot of merits out of this. That's going to be useful down the line. More merits. Always appreciate that. Ooh. That's really useful. Since I don't have an infinite stash of these anymore, I really got to hold on to the ones I get. Accidentally skipped over it, but that was another controller ATO, so good on that. Whoa, we got 3 so far. That's really good. I guess I can go ahead and claim the will of the controller down here. I'm actually going to organize my chat channels real quick. With my chat channels organized and powers and everything else ready to go, I can hit my first mission. So to start off my journey, I was introduced to Matthew Habashi, who needed help dealing with a Hellion problem in a nearby neighborhood. It was immediately apparent how much fun Gust was going to be as one of my primary attacking powers throughout my progression of the game. Jesus Christ. After taking care of the Hellions, I returned to Matthew, who instructed me to go talk to Officer Nelson, who then directed me to handle a series of kidnappings taking place in Prometheus Park. After hurling 2 fallen buckshots off the side of Prometheus Bridge and breaking every single bone inside of this man's body, I then went to retrieve the Soul and Maggie artifact held inside the Hellions' caverns. I dialed Matthew, who told me to go take down some Hellion informants in order to locate their base. Disguising myself as a blood brother, I infiltrated their warehouse to discover some evidence on their next move, which detailed a ritual of souls taking place in a nearby building. I hightailed it back to Miss Liberty to obtain my new powers before the upcoming battle. I took Confuse and dumped 2 points into Dominate. I made my way to the mission. I set the difficulty to ×8, hoping I'd somehow be able to handle it early on. Quickly realizing my mistake, I reverted it back to ×4, only to then change my mind and switch it back to ×8 in hopes of getting a bunch of kills with self-destruct. Please don't move, stay where you are. Please. Hurry up! After only gaining 2 bars of experience, I switched the difficulty back to ×4 and returned to the mission. I barreled through the first group and trapped this fallen gunner in the wall, sentencing him to a fate worse than death. I cleared my way to the final room and stopped the ritual. A transmission came in from Matthew's wife informing me that she and other survivors from Galaxy City had been captured by the Arachnos. After Matthew finished crying, I made my way to Sandra Castell to help out with the skull problem in Atlas Park. I picked up Snowstorm as my next power in order to gain a debuff toggle that's cast upon enemies. Sandra asked me to talk Ice-Throne down to help stop the skulls rather than incite a protest among the citizens. I lulled Ice-Throne into a false sense of comfort by telling him we should work together on the issue. In reality, I just wanted a good punching bag for the upcoming mission. After gusting a few more skulls, I arrived at the skull supply stash, with Ice-Throne patiently waiting. Ice-Throne proceeded to immediately start attacking. I supported by using Snowstorm to slow them down and Gust to make them permanently forget how to stand. Following a close call and a low HP Ice-Throne, we proceeded to the final room and took down the leader. Up next was Aaron Theory, who informed me of an Arachnos raid prepping to set a foothold in Argosy Industrial. I defeated some of the raiders and their leaders whilst disarming the explosives and supply blocking them by taking down their pylons. I went on into the mission and then stormed my way into the Arachnos base. I heard a transmission from Matthew and others being held hostage deeper inside the base. After pulling 2 groups of Arachnos, I decided to initiate another self-destruct. Come on. I'm only gonna get some of them. Oh! I found Matthew and tried to mind control the Arachnos guard to kill him. Unfortunately, the moron just shot at the freaking door, so I went ahead and saved Matthew and his wife and went to go confront the real monster behind this entire operation. Aaron Thier. I killed the nerd and was ambushed by an Arachnos Arbiter. I trapped the Arbiter in the corner and forcibly reminded him that the usage of his legs and control of his men was futile in my wake. Exiting the mission, I ran back to Matthew to conclude the Atlas Park arc. And that about does it for this video. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see, and going forward, any suggestions or comments will be viewed by me and considered. And here's the obligatory, make sure to subscribe so you can actually keep up with the series if you wish or would like to see other videos like this. And that's about all I have. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to catch you next time. I barreled through the first group and trapped this fallen gunner in the wall, sentencing him to a Why can't you say sentencing?